Hi, everyone, and welcome to The Secret Life of. I'm Liz.
And I'm Lynnsey, and this is your weekly listen about friendship, creativity, entrepreneurship, and the simple joys in life.
Yes. Okay, season 2. What?
Oh my God, season 2. I'm so excited.
I can't believe how fast summer break went.
It went so fast. Yeah, Ian was like, "Wait, what? You guys are recording?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's been like 3 months."
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. Anyway, we're back. We're ready. We've got an incredible season planned for you guys, and
oh my God. Well, I mean, we haven't been recording, but we've definitely been planning and chatting all summer.
I mean, as we do. We had hopes of being more active on our Instagram, and that did not happen. So
it was so hard.
It was so hard doing everything.
It's just so many things to keep up with, but I feel like we're going to figure out a good system. I feel like we just need to find our flow, Linz, on how to keep.
Yeah. I just need to figure out a better flow for my life. Like, yeah.
Dude, same.
Our therapist was like, you cannot keep going at this level.
Yeah, this is not sustainable. I hear you. I was watching like a Q&A that this influencer I follow does, and she's like a lifestyle influencer. And one of the questions to her was, how do you balance being a mom of 3 kids? And I know, what? And she's, essentially a content creator. So they're like, what is this balance? How do you have 3 kids? She's a stay-at-home mom. However, she's a content creator and gets paid to do that. So she stayed home, but she has a job technically. So like they were asking, how do you do this? And she's like sitting in her car answering these questions, all like live. And she was like, there is no balance. There is no secret formula. I know it probably seems like every day is just like structured and I make all these videos and whatever. She's like, there's no balance. It's literally like prioritizing my kids, making sure they're fed, making sure they're on their way to school, whatever. And then I'm like, oh, I have 20 minutes right now. I can make a reel. Like, it's literally that. And it made me feel just a little better, Linz, because I'm like, that's our life, you and me.
Yeah.
We're just trying to like make time for something all the time. And there is, as much as you want to like have this like perfect formula for your day to day, it's just, I don't know if it's real.
I mean, you can map it out, and there are definitely some weeks or days that I'm like, yeah, okay, this map that I created for myself is working great. I like have my morning routine and I'm doing it all. But what about the days where it doesn't all work?
I know.
And I think
everything feels like it's falling apart.
Yeah, like I overwhelm myself with not keeping up to the standard of that map that I created.
Same. I do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And like certain days of the week are just easier to follow that map and other days are not. And I have to remind myself, maybe those days are a different map.
Ooh.
Maybe we have different maps.
Yeah.
Because as you know, my Monday, Tuesdays are very different from Wednesday through Fridays. And then the weekend is just a complete shit show.
Yeah.
It's like, I think I need to have different maps. So there's better expectations for those days. Because what in the world? I know.
Like, what was it? I was watching this TikTok for like ADHD people that was like, you like write out your morning routine or whatever, but she was like, I don't want you to think about it as a routine. I want you to think about it as a menu of things to choose from. Oh. And you don't always have to do all the things, but you just pick and choose like what is going to be best for you in that day. And it's okay if you don't put in a load of laundry that day. Like, it's okay.
Yes. That's what this influencer was saying too. She's like, I've just surrendered. And I think that is the key to being a parent and also like self-employed, surrendering to the reality that every day you're not going to get all the stuff you want done.
Yeah.
She literally said laundry. She was like, some days I'm like, oh, I guess I'm not doing laundry today. I'm surrendering to this. Like, it'll happen tomorrow or whatever. And I was like, I should send you that well, you should see her stories because they'll disappear. But anyways, yeah, I'm so down for that. Like, I think that's so true.
I need like a map
Anywho,
for my wedding season, honestly. Like,
yeah, man, wedding
because
season
I
is a
forget
whole.
that I forget that I can't hold myself to the same standard that I do in the off season that I
Mm-hmm.
do in the summer season. Like, because I'm
Yeah,
literally for a lot of the weekends I'm not home Monday through Sunday or Friday through Sunday, and then
mm-hmm.
Monday I'm like I need that as a day off, and the next thing I know
Yes.
I've got Tuesday through Thursday to figure it out before I have to leave
Yep.
again on Friday.
I
Like,
know.
it's
That's what
wild.
I remember when I was shooting weddings. It like in the off season, you're like, I've got this. I've got systems. It's gonna be great. And then like wedding season comes and you're bulldozed by this insane rapid influx of work, and it's
Yeah.
just so overwhelming.
It really is. I'm definitely at a point of overwhelm. Like I feel like
Mm-hmm.
it's like, oh, we took a summer break. I should be like coming back to like, yeah, podcast. But like honestly, I am so burnt out and hoping that it'll just because I'm almost done shooting.
Yeah. Well, as you know, I've been burned out all
I
summer.
know. I know.
It's
Is
like
that normal for parents to be burnt out in the summer? I
weird.
feel like somewhere they
Mm-hmm.
said that yes, that is very normal.
What a time to be alive.
What a time to be
It's like,
alive. I was making fun of Liz
oh my
that
God.
that's one of her favorite phrases. What a time to be alive.
But it's just so true. My God.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of summer, like today's episode is about our summer recap.
Summer recap. What
So
have
many
you guys
thoughts. So many
missed about
thoughts.
our lives for the past 3 months? I know you missed us.
We know you're just sitting there with bated breath. Just can't wait. Oh my gosh. Well, Linz, why don't you go first? Like, tell everyone about the things.
Yeah, so summer always feels just like a mad dash. But I really do. Like every summer I go into it being like, what I really do have to be conscious about the kind of summer that I want to have because I can start out the months with like every weekend free. And next thing I know, every weekend is booked, either with a wedding or something. And like I won't be at home all summer. So, like, I don't know, as I've gotten older, it's been like, I just kind of really just want to have like chill weekends at home. This summer I didn't get a lot of that, but it's reminding me that I need to be better about that next summer, and be very intentional about what I book and what I say yes to. But
I feel like you may have mentioned this last season, but do you, speaking of intentionality, like, are you trying to keep one weekend free a month in wedding season?
I really try, but it depends on how the bookings come in. Like
I know.
ideally I'm only shooting 2 weekends a month, and then I have two others to like do whatever I want with. So I can go on a camping trip or whatever, and then one weekend I'm just at home doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But like sometimes the inquiries just don't work that way.
I
So like
know. Because
for
it's like you
instance,
don't get to
this
choose their
yeah.
wedding date.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So
it's hard.
I really try, but I was shooting every weekend in June, and then we were pretty much gone every weekend of July, either shooting or we were in Montana. August, I was gone every weekend except for one. I'm gone this weekend. But then September. Yeah. So it was just a mad dash for like work, for personal life, for like trying to enjoy the summer. And there's like the extra pressure I put on myself for like, Opal will only be 3 months like this
Yep.
summer. Like we have to do all the things. And so I do feel like we had a really great summer. I'm just not completely in hindsight yet. It still feels like
You're in it.
I am like tired.
Yes, I feel
But
you.
yeah.
Oh my God, that pressure. I feel that pressure too. Like I'm still in that pressure. It never goes away because it's like whatever season it is, it's fleeting. It's going to leave us soon. We have to take advantage of everything. And oh my God, I'm really trying to relax, but it's hard. It's so hard. And like there's a wading pool across the street from our house and I'm like it's only open Friday, Saturdays. And I'm like, every single Friday, every single Saturday, we should go and like let Oliver play in the wading pool. And it's like summer will be over soon. And it's like everything is just led by that thought. So I get it.
But it's okay.
You're right. Everything is fine.
Okay, so Liz and I have both written out a few things that were the highlight of our summer, or kind of like themes or thoughts that we've had throughout the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we're just going to share a little bit about what we've been up to, and then also some housekeeping on just where season 2 is going, ideas we have, and what you guys can expect.
Housekeeping season 2. Let's go.
2.
Okay. Well, okay.
Well, okay. Well, we have no notes for how we're going to announce any of our new things, but I guess should I just start? Should I just go?
Just go. Yeah, I
will.
I will add my 2 cents.
We are organized. Okay. So we're still going to launch every episode weekly on Monday, but every month, right? Yeah, every month we're going to have a mini episode. So it'll be an extra little episode we're going to aim for it to be like 15 minutes or less. And they're going to be more business oriented for you folks that do want some of the more business inspired episodes, but maybe don't want a full hour of it. But we are also using them as a way to tease some new topics. And if you guys like them, then we'll do a full episode on whatever we recorded the MIDI of. So
yeah, I'm excited about those.
Yeah.
We had at one point, I remember we were having this discussion on Voxer, and I was like taking a walk, and I was like so excited about all the ideas we got over our mini sessions. So that's going to be really fun. We're going to continue to have guests about once a month, and we have a whole slate planned for those. So we're so excited to roll those out this year, or season, I should say. So that's exciting. And we're just also really looking forward to more community, with the podcast, and like continuing those conversations with you guys, and knowing and learning what you guys want to hear more of and what you're already enjoying.
Yes. Yeah. And if there are guests that you want to hear from, if there are people that you're like obsessed with right now and would actually say yes to coming on our podcast,
that you think would be a great fit, that would be
yes,
great.
Please,
yes, please shoot us an email.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we want to know who you guys are interested in and who you would love to hear us have a conversation with.
So another thing that we want to implement this season is an opportunity for you all to share your secrets with us. What that means, I know, so scandalous. So in the spirit of the secret life of, and how Lynnsey and I are constantly just sharing our lives with you, we want to hear about your lives too, and any secrets you want to share. And you, of course, can share them anonymously if you prefer. But we are going to launch a secrets form on our website that you can just fill out. You can put your name if you like, or you can fill it out as anonymous, and you can share a secret you want us to talk about on the podcast. So that can be any range from how you're feeling about your own business, how you're feeling about your partner or a friend, or maybe it's like a secret wish you have. Like I secretly want to leave the city I live in and start over somewhere else. And maybe you could tell us about that, right?
Yeah.
What other secrets do you think could be a possibility, Linz?
I mean, I love the idea, like that's similar to like what, I mean, I guess it is, but it used to be really popular, Post Secret. You remember when people would like write their secrets on a postcard and then like send them off, and there was like a whole book about it. And some of them are like
don't know
really,
about this.
Oh my gosh, you should look it up. Post Secret.
Okay.
There are some like, they're just like little blurbs that people write, and they're anonymous. You have no idea who they are. And some of them are really emotional. Some of them are super funny. Like some of them are like shocking.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, yeah. So we want to take whatever you feel comfortable sharing anonymously. Like, we would have no way of knowing who submitted it. But yeah, we want to share little tidbits on the podcast and on Instagram and just start conversations around these things.
So fun. I feel like that's going to be really fun. So yeah, excited about secrets.
And we don't know how often we're going to share those. Obviously, like, we'll get them as they come in and we'll share them. Hopefully every few episodes we'll have some secrets to share.
Yeah, so exciting. Okay, so shall I go with one of mine summer recaps?
Do it. Okay. I want to hear about Hot Liz summer.
Oh my God. Hilarious. I did not feel hot this summer, but I feel like I definitely, I feel it's hard when your child just turned 1 right before summer hits, because it's like, I don't know, I just felt like very rushed all summer to try to like keep up with him, keep up with work or all the things that I needed to do. And I did my best. And summer is still here. In case anyone wants to know, it is not over. If one more person in Seattle says they can't wait for fall, I'm going to punch them in the throat. So everyone prepare. Do not come at me with I love fall. Great. We're not there yet. Okay. Okay.
You're speaking directly to me.
Lynnsey,
we are at odds at the moment.
I can't. Like, listen, I love a fall moment, but this ain't it.
You like a moment, a literal moment of fall. And then you need.
I hate when a season feels like people are rushing it to be over. And listen, everyone live their truth, but I don't want to hear about how fall is almost here, because it's not. It's just not. Okay, it's still summer. Anywho,
when is the official date? Isn't it September? Isn't it late September?
I will tell you.
Okay.
Official day of fall, September 22nd.
Okay, so we have time. A month.
We have time. Okay. We have time.
Okay. Okay. I am understanding what you're putting down, and I'm not gonna press it anymore. It's a sensitive topic.
Thank you so much.
Great.
I
cool.
Love this. Cool. So any hoodles, I'm feeling like I still have some time to enjoy summer and the sun, and there is still some things like it's Labor Day weekend this weekend.
Yes.
So that's nice, and I'm excited about that. But overall, it has been a really good summer. And one of my favorite highlights or memories, which I did talk about right before our season 1 ended, was that we were going to go to Cousins Weekend in July in New York. That was so fun and exactly what I knew it was going to be. Like, Oliver met all of his cousins, which was so fun. Like, he had met some of them because all of his cousins live all over the country, but not all at once. And everyone he's the baby out of all of the cousins. And so it was really cute to see everybody like fawning all over him. And the weather was great. And we stayed at this like beautiful Airbnb with a pool. It was like a quintessential summer experience, like barbecuing, pool time every day, movies at night on the couch. It was lovely. I will say, amazing. Traveling to upstate New York is like going to a different country. And when you have a child, you're like, what the hell is happening? It's truly like going to another country, Linz. It's so wild because it's like literally planes, trains, and automobiles. So
yeah,
it's just a lot of journeying. And that was hard, but it was so worth it. It's always worth it. It's just not an ideal time to travel, but we do it anyways. We really push ourselves. Zach and I are like, it'll be worth it. And we just like grind our teeth and we bear down and we like get through it. So anyways, that was a really fun memory.
Yeah, it makes me think about like all my, memories with my cousins growing up and the effort that my parents had to take to make that happen, which was
so
often
much
like,
effort.
Road trips and packing and like dealing with my brother and I in the car as we like fought every step of the way.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a whole other layer that I don't know as a parent, but my God. I was thinking actually this summer, just like literally just taking Oliver to the park, like leaving the house requires like so much stuff and planning and like contingencies. Well, if he has a blowout, we should have another outfit with us, like that kind of idea, in your mind. And I was thinking, like, how the hell did my parents do this? Because when I was 1 years old, that was the first time they took me to Colombia for 3 months. And so, like, even though you're one and your clothes are so small, like, you're packing for yourself, for your child, 3 months. Like, I don't, and like an 8 hour flight. What?
Yeah.
I just, with a 1 year old, that's crazy. Like the effort getting me a passport, like everything, just the whole thing is wild. And I'm blown away by that level of planning. So
Props
what
to the
else
parents,
happened?
man.
Dude, I know.
Well, so on that topic of traveling in order to like give your kid amazing summer experiences, we went up to Flathead Lake in Montana where my grandparents have a cabin. They've had it since like the 70s. I've been going there literally every year since I was born. I've maybe skipped like 2 years in the past. I think when I was like studying abroad and like literal times I like could not be there, but the reality of making that happen is that it is a 9.5 hour drive for us. And Opal is a puker. She
Oh no.
gets awful, awful motion sickness.
Oh,
And
baby.
I know. So we essentially have to take a different route than everybody else, like a route that's less windy. We've been like experimenting with breaking it up. So driving like 4 or 5 hours and then spending the night somewhere like real cheap, like motel side of the road kind of place, and then picking up and driving it the next day. But yeah, we arrive at the cabin just like a full on hot mess of a family. Like you open the doors to our car and it like just it smells like puke. There are snacks everywhere. The dog is like freaking out. There's like white hair from a Great Pyrenees all over the car.
No.
Ian and I look haggard.
Haggard. Mm-hmm.
We pretty much just like pass everybody off. I'm just like to my mom, I'm like, have fun. I'm gonna go zone out. I'm going to another planet now.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Any
totally
transition
worth it
time.
though. Yes. Totally worth it though, because like just seeing Opal at a place that means so much to me and like
Oh.
seeing her find the same experiences that I had almost on her own, like digging through the little pool or like the lakeside closet with like all the inflatables and noodles and like the stuff, just like she just found that on her own and like I don't know, was just like so stoked about it all. And it was just really magical to experience the lake again through a child's eyes like
That
I
is
did
so
growing up.
special, Lynnsey. I will feel the same way when I take Oliver to Colombia and
Yeah.
see him experience the culture shock and this whole new world like I did when I was a kid. Because those memories are foundational. So that's really
Yeah.
special, Linz.
Yeah. Wait, has Zach ever been to Columbia?
No, I talked it over with my mom because I was like, when I know you took me when I was one, but I don't think right now is the time to take Oliver. She's like, yeah, I totally agree. She's like, I would wait until he's at least two, but then
Mm-hmm.
he won't fly for free.
That's
But
hard.
I know, but I think it'll just be an easier time for us to travel with him. So we'll
Yeah.
just have to eat the cost of that. But we're waiting until he's about two. Also, you have when your family is from a country like Colombia, it's amazing, but you have to follow the politics and you need to follow when is a good time. Yeah, it's like saying you're just, I don't know, you got to make sure it's like the right safe time. I don't want to spread some sort of like misinformation that if you go to Colombia, you're just going to get shot down or anything. It's not like that. It's just you just need to travel smart. And
Yeah.
you can't just show up as an American and be like, "What's up, everyone?" And then just like, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not a weekend trip in San Francisco. You need to be aware of like the surroundings and is it a good time to come and travel and like where are we staying and that kind of thing. And so I think that's also why I'm waiting a little bit.
I mean, could it be at all similar to, I mean, I'm sure it's much different, but like I wouldn't want to come to the US on November 5th
Right.
or on January 6th.
Yeah, are they going to be
Like,
rioting in the streets? Like, what's
yeah,
happening?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, there was a good decade. This was a much later past president who was in office, and there was a good decade we didn't go.
Wow.
Like a whole decade we did not go because it was just not an ideal time to be there.
Mm.
And then there was a new president who was incredible, and we went back to our regular program schedule of visiting and stuff, you know? So it's just important to be mindful and like, is this a good time? And I think it will be very soon. I think just in this very exact moment, we're like waiting. Well, I'm so glad Montana worked out. I'm so sad I didn't. Okay,
Yes.
so Zach and I were supposed to go for like a few days, and life got in the way and we didn't get to go to Montana and spend time with Angeline, our friend Angeline and Lynnsey and her family. So we're going to have to make that up.
Definitely. Yeah.
We're going
There's
to make it
always
up.
next year. Yep.
Absolutely. Well, one of my summer goals was to go see live music outside. And I'm happy to report I did this twice,
Yes.
which in my mind is like a huge feat.
No, it is.
So, yeah, we went to see the Decemberists at the zoo, which in Seattle is
Fun.
called Zoo Tunes. I'm not a big Decemberist fan, but they're definitely like an old school, like millennial favorite. But it was just really fun to be out with music in the background, eating snacks and just seeing friends. That was really, really fun.
Wait, but funny story about the Decemberists. So the lead singer is originally from Missoula, Montana.
Yes.
Yeah. One of my dad's first cousins used to babysit him growing up. And she
My
tells this
God.
story about, she's like, I doubt that he remembers me, but she said that she used to babysit him and his sister. And there was one time where, I forget what his name is, the lead singer of the band, like, he just disappeared and she couldn't find him and was like looking for him everywhere. And eventually, like, he was like hiding in a closet or something and was just like trying to play a joke on her. But anyway, she's like, I'll never forget you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway,
That is amazing.
funny times. Okay. So you went to
And
Chomp in Marymore,
so I went to
at
Chomp
Marymore.
at Marymore Park here in Seattle, and we saw Deep Sea Diver, which was really fun. And the thing I love about Seattle is that most things that you do here can involve kids.
Mm.
You know, so it's very Euro, which I love. So that was fun. And yeah, so we got to see some music outside the summer, and I'm really happy that I got to check that off my bucket list.
Is that something that you used to do a lot, like pre Oliver?
Yes. In the summer, definitely. Like lots of movies in the park, lots of music outside, and then I got pregnant.
And then I got pregnant and everything changed.
And then my vagina hurt. And so I was like, I don't want to leave the house. I want to lay here and be horizontal. So, not to scare anyone, but that was my experience. Pregnancy is weird. Anywho, I was just DMing with someone today because they told me that they're pregnant, and they're like,
Aww.
I'm just trying to keep the light at the end of the tunnel because this has been really hard, and I see that you're so happy with your baby, and I know it's going to be worth it. And I was like, if there's anything I can tell you is that pregnancy will end and there is light at the end of the tunnel. So I'm so glad I can provide this type of inspiration, but it is really hard. And she was like,
Yeah.
everyone who says they loved being pregnant can suck it. And I was like,
Uh-huh.
I get it. I do understand.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
happy for all of you who enjoy pregnancy, but that wasn't my
Yeah.
experience.
I did get kind of a rude awakening once when I was like 8 months pregnant, like about ready to pop. And a past bride of mine was messaging me. And I think I said, I'm just so happy to have my body back again. And she
Mm-hmm.
like multiple, just ha 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 ha, like your body won't be yours for a while. And I was like, this is not encouraging. But
please don't say this. I know, but God.
I know.
So tell us another highlight, Linz.
So another highlight for me was more outdoor time. So we went camping. And I know I talked a lot about wanting to give Opal like the same experience that I had growing up, like going on mountain biking trips with my family. So like my dad and his guys would go out and mountain bike, and then like all the kids would just be feral at the campground, like doing whatever we do. And I want to give that same experience to Opal with like climbing trips. And so we did end up doing 2 trips, one to the City of Rocks, which was incredible. I will post some of the film photos I took of her in the show notes.
Fun.
Looking like a full-on just camping princess, like dirt everywhere, hair piled on her head. Like it was just, it's perfect. It's perfect. And then, yeah, we went with another time with a family that has a daughter similarly aged to Opal. So that was fun to just like,
love that.
I don't know, like enter kind of this. It's so weird being a parent and like doing similar things that you did growing up, like with my family. It's like,
totally.
It's like I'm having like an out of body experience, like watching Opal do the same things that I did. It's like, what?
It's so wild.
Yeah. So that was super fun. I'm glad that even in the midst of like the craziness of wedding season, we still got outside, got to go camping. And even though sleeping in a tent with your child is very difficult, but we did it.
That's amazing. We haven't done that yet. We wanted to get some camping in the summer, but listen, a 1-year-old world is just not, we're not ready. Like it would have been really hard. Yeah. But I'm hoping next summer will be like a great time to go. And yeah, it's the sleeping arrangement part that I feel like would be really difficult. So good for you, Linz. When did you start camping with Opal?
Can you hear Pyrrha chewing on the bone?
Yes.
Okay. Pyrrha. Hi, baby. I love you, but you can't. I'm sorry, baby. You can't have your bone right now. So we started camping with Opal. We went on her first trip when she was 6 months old, and that was actually like pretty
6
easy.
months old?
Yeah, she was 6 months old.
You just blew my freaking mind, Lynnsey. That's very impressive.
Thank you.
Were you still breastfeeding?
No, I stopped breastfeeding, I think, at like 5 months, 6 months.
Okay.
Or no, 4 or 5 months. So I had like just stopped, but it was definitely hard. Like we went on like a 5-mile hike, like pretty much uphill. Like we were carrying her the whole way. Like
in one of those little
us,
backpacks? Or how did you carry her?
Oh within a backpack, yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah. It was a little too much. I remember being like 1 mile up this trail and looking at Ian and being like, I don't know if I can do this. She actually might have only been like 5 months old, but anyway.
Wow.
We did not go camping again for like another 2 years. I think it was this year.
That makes sense.
But yeah, we did other things. Okay. We like traveled to Scotland. We did other type 2 fun.
Wow. It is type 2 fun, dude, isn't it? It is.
Yeah. It really is.
Okay, I love this. My other highlight, which I guess, I don't know if it's a highlight, but I feel like it was a mindset. I had a mindset all summer, which was because I knew going into summer, I was like, because summer's so fleeting here in Seattle, there's so much pressure as a city to also just like get everything done. I'm sure you remember that too from living here, Linz. Like the sun is hot. Everyone get outside, do everything. Don't go to sleep. Stay out as long as possible. The sun doesn't set till 10. And it's like, it's insane. Like everything, anywhere you go that there's a body of water, it's like packed with humans. And you end up putting a lot of pressure on yourself. So I went into the summer with a mindset like, try to have as much fun as possible, but also please rest, because I found myself very burned out. I made that realization over the summer, which I was talking to Lynnsey about for a long time. It's like, I've reached burnout. I hadn't been burned out in a really long time because I really do prioritize rest. But I think in the season of life I'm in, it's gotten more challenging. And so I was trying to like not work into late hours, prioritize family time, prioritize friend time, and just trying to rest as much as I could. And I definitely was experiencing burnout. So just trying to balance all of that. So in a way, I'm like, ugh, burnout is so hard. And at the same time, I'm proud of myself for just like accepting and surrendering to it and being like, I need a rest. Because when I don't rest, I get sick. My little
Yeah.
sensitive body is like, you're so cute. It's time to be super congested now and have body aches. Lay down. So,
It like literally puts you down.
yes. I'm not someone who can push through like my husband, for example, who's like made of steel and he can just like run on 4 hours of sleep and continue pushing through. And I'm like, I just have never been that person. I need to sleep. I need to rest. And actually, I've been going hard and I got sick over the weekend. And I spent Monday, Tuesday of this week laying down as much as I could. During the day, I'm like with Oliver. So then Zach would get home and I would like immediately get into bed. And I feel like a new person because I've been sleeping a lot. So anyways, I feel like that was kind of a highlight over the summer. Just like realizing I need to sleep. I need to rest. I need to lay down. I need to watch rom-coms.
I've been rewatching Sex and the City and allowing myself
So
to watch just like kind of what I deem like trash television. And yeah, like sometimes I think about it. I'm like, during wedding season, like when was my actual like last day off? You know?
Yes. Ugh,
And it's not very often because I like come home and I
I
edit
know.
and like sneak peeks and yeah, it's like ridiculous. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to take a page out of your book and rest more often.
Please do. And speaking of rest, another thing was like part of that was like, okay, maybe you're not always sleeping because that's really hard to do in the season of life I'm in. Like, I'm not really taking a lot of naps, but I was like, if you're going to be laying down, maybe not be on your phone, not always be on screen time. So, one of my goals was to like get back to reading, and I definitely did that.
Mm.
I've been reading all summer
Ooh.
and I'm so happy to like be back at it, you know?
Should we
So,
start a book
anyways,
club?
oh my God.
A secret life of book
Oprah
club?
Who? It's all about Lynnsey and Liz and our book club.
And our book club.
You go.
Okay. Okay. I mean, well, okay, so I've already talked about Wedding Madness and just like I don't know, guys. It's my 11th season doing this and I still have not figured out how to have like a semblance of calm as I go into every
Mm-hmm.
summer. Like check in with me next year. Maybe I'll figure it out.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
We'll know. Yeah.
Yes.
But my last thing that has been taking over my life, it
Oh.
is my new ADHD obsession because I am one of those people like you at any point you will find me currently like obsessed with something and I will not sleep until I have consumed every amount of knowledge about that thing. And if I don't have something, then like I'm like searching for that something else. New hobby, new whatever. The past month, my addiction has been Chappell Roan. I am obsessed with her. I'm obsessed with her music. I like now know her whole backstory. I have listened to nothing but that album for the past month on repeat.
Lynn's. Wow. I feel like she became famous and then no one was super obsessed with her until like recently.
Yeah, I mean, I had heard like little rumblings about her, like maybe like early summer, but then Angeline, while we were in Montana, was like, "Oh, you'd really like Chappell Roan," because we mentioned that we think, I mean, not because we're the deemer of like who, like what's coming back into style for sure. But we both noticed that girly pop is really coming back. Like, you know, like being
Yeah.
girly, wearing tulle, wearing pink, like all
Yes.
of that.
Yes.
And then Chappell Roan came up as being a very girly forward like pop singer, and she showed me her music, and know every I know every lyric. I should say, like, growing up, I was obsessed with NSYNC and
Oh
Britney
yeah, like
Spears
all the
and
boy
Christina
bands.
Aguilera. Yeah, all of that
Yes.
stuff. But I have yet to find, like, in adulthood, like a female singer or like poppy kind of
Mm-hmm.
vibe that I've been like obsessed with, like I was with those artists in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not a Swiftie, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I like used to be pretty indifferent about Taylor Swift. Now I'm actually like pretty anti Taylor Swift. I'm like, her music comes on, I just have to turn it off. I don't.
Wow, we are opposites. I'm such a Swiftie. I know. It's controversial apparently to be a Swiftie, but I love
Liz,
her
you
music. I
are?
love her. Why is that bad?
Oh no.
I don't know why it's bad. I feel like I'm not supposed to tell people or something because then people look at you like, why?
I feel like we need to do an episode on this. I did not. I didn't know you were a Swiftie.
I
This
mean,
changes everything. No, I'm
what
joking.
what does it mean to be a Swiftie? That you like her music? That you like her? I mean, I'm not absolutely obsessed, but I really do enjoy her.
I am not going to tell anybody that they should not enjoy something that they love. We'll preface that.
Okay.
I don't even know if I want this in the episode. I don't even know if I'm ready
Yeah.
to talk about Taylor Swift.
I get
I
it.
don't
She's
I
very
don't
polarizing for some reason. I don't know. I guess I don't look so deeply into her that it creates a problem for me. And I think a lot of people dive so deeply into Taylor that like it's just becomes this whole thing. And I'm like, I just like her music. I just like to listen to her music. It's simple as that. It's not anything super profound. And I love her glittery outfits, and I think she's a really fun entertainer. That's where it lies for me. It doesn't go deeper than that. I do not politicize her. I'm just like, whatever. That's how I feel about her.
Okay. Great. That's no, I
Yeah.
think it's
But
like
I feel like you were going to say something. Go ahead.
I feel like it's
And we
like
don't have to put this in the episode.
okay.
Yeah, we can
So
totally cut this out.
okay. I feel like people read so much into like every lyric and like little
Yes.
Easter eggs and like I
Yes.
don't know. I don't find her to be that talented
That's fair.
to warrant like this much
Mm-hmm.
craze.
Yeah. That's fair.
And I don't like the way that she money grabs. Like I don't know. She like releases everything on like separate albums and like makes you
Yeah.
go buy each thing and like I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I hear you. I mean, she really people have lots of opinions about her. It's so interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I like Taylor Swift. I'm out and proud, okay?
I like her early music.
Me
For
too.
sure. Okay, a sensitive topic for
Okay.
Liz and Lynnsey.
And we'll have a offline conversation debate about that later. Well, my last one is realizing it's been kind of in the works little by little for me, but this summer really solidified and confirmed for me how much I love this is all about content creation, what I'm about to talk about, but how much I love sharing lifestyle things. So, as a photographer, like you naturally want to share your work. That is a given. But what I have found to be something that I really, really enjoy, and like maybe we can call it a hobby. I don't know, but I'm just like really loving sharing other parts of me that don't have to do with photography. So like I've dabbled a little bit in it on Instagram, and it is so wild to me how that connects with people. Like, hi, this is how I do my makeup on work from home days. This is what else have I shared? I can't remember, but I've just been kind of like dabbling more in like sharing those kinds of things, or like even talking about how I decorated my bathroom really resonated with people. They were sending photos of how they've been renovating their house. And I'm like, wow, this is so weird and cool because I have this thing in my mind where I'm like, I'm not an influencer. I don't know why I should be allowed to share these things when I'm not like that person. But as our friend Chelsea always tells me, influence us. And I'm like, okay, whatever. But yeah, I think that it's been a fun thing to do over the summer is to like dabble in that more and trying to figure out how to like do more of it and not put pressure on it and just share more. So that's been
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're so good at it. You're so good at like sharing the lifestyle stuff. And it like, I think that's what matters is that if you enjoy it, then other people are going to sense that joy and like want to take it in versus there are some influencers that you can tell like and also like what really is an influencer, right? Like
Right. What,
just
yeah, I
because
guess
you
like,
share your life on the internet or like a simple how to or whatever, does that automatically mean you're an influencer? I think it just
I
means you
know.
like to
And
share.
maybe I just need to really let that go. Like, I just need to not worry about the title that is put on anyone online to share anything. Like, who cares if you are or not? And who cares if you're, you know, sharing links to things? Like, honestly, if it's coming from a place of pure joy, which it is for me, then that's what matters. And I'm just going to do it and not worry about it. So that's where I'm at on that.
I think you should keep doing it because I have so many questions for Liz all the time. Like, help me.
I think that's where I realized it too, Linz, because it's like just with girlfriends alone. No, I'm serious. Like you and Chelsea and Elena and my friend Kim, like everyone's usually asking me, where did you get that? How do you do this? What's that? I don't know, blush you're using. And I'm like, I freaking live for sharing that stuff. So I was like, well, maybe people in my little IG community want to know about that stuff too.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been fun to do. It's also just fun content to create. Like, as a photographer, yes, like you're making reels and content about your job, like about your work. And once in a while, it starts to feel like work instead of
Mm-hmm.
something that like is just purely joy. And so it's been nice to kind of have that levity and have that like change in what I share.
Well, I'm here for it.
Okay, thank you. Um,
Liz, what is making you happy?
oh, I've missed answering this question. My answer is going to be simple. I am really enjoying the sun. I have
Mm.
loved these sunny days, long walks. I'm loving how it gets dark late. Like, that's just been great. It's not only that it gets dark late, it's that when I wake up in the morning at like 6, because yes, Oliver still wakes up at 6, it's bright.
Yeah.
Like, it's just always bright and it really makes me so happy. It makes such a change in my day. So, yeah, that's just what I've been loving. What about you? What's making you happy, Linz?
What's making me happy is I have recently learned how to do my own gel manicures. So I
Ugh.
think I posted a little bit about it on Instagram stories, but it has been a goal of mine to figure out how to do my nails by myself at home. I don't like doing like normal polish because I won't keep up with it because it lasts like a week. And so I figured it
Mm-hmm.
all out. I have my own like little nail drill and I've been watching like nail TikToks and I'm on like the gel manicure uh subreddit and like learning all of these different things. It's like becoming a hobby. Um and I
I
really
love
love it.
this. I
Yeah.
also love how much you love Reddit.
Reddit,
Reddit.
I love Reddit. I love Reddit because it really is. It's like I don't know if you've noticed with the secret life of Instagram, but like we it doesn't really know who we are yet. And so if you go to like our home
Mm-hmm.
feed, like there's lots of just random stuff that you're like I don't.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you go back to your other Instagram, like Instagram knows you, your TikTok knows you. Reddit is the
Right.
same. So Reddit knows me. It doesn't give me the bro-y stuff. I'm like literally a part of like gel manicures, female fashion advice, big boob problems.
Yes.
There's like a few others too. And if you want to know anything, like you can't Google anything anymore because all the articles are literally just like recycling the content from each other. So you type in like, you type in like blah, blah, blah. And I always just put Reddit at the end. And then you get real people talking about what you want to know.
That is so interesting. I never think to use Reddit. I like never ever go on Reddit. So I'll have to keep that in mind.
I'm just gonna slowly be like, come to YouTube, come to Reddit.
Okay, perfect. Okay, well, I love you. This was so fun. I can't wait to record another episode.
Yeah.
See everybody next week. Bye. Bye.
That's a wrap. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
You can find the show notes at thesecretlifeofpod.com/episodes.
We would love for you to follow us on Instagram at The Secret Life of Pod, where we share lots of updates and personal musings.
Please subscribe, rate, and review. We read all of your feedback and it helps us grow.
If you have comments or ideas for future episodes, you can email us at hello@thesecretlifeofpod.com.
Okay, bye.